Hey! I don't think you guys were thinking I was gonna do Monster Hunter this way again, but I'm gonna do it this way from now on because, my opinion, the previous Monster Hunter videos are all fucking boring. They're all really boring. Each one doesn't need to be its own episode. I mean, really, look at this. It's much better, in my opinion. I'm still gonna leave in parts I think are pretty good, that aren't dumb, but I was having a lot of trouble with that last video, and that's why I wasn't gonna do it. The main thing that I'm doing this time is I'm going to try to get the Rathian armor. This has nothing to do with the Rathian armor, but this was a quest I was doing because I haven't done this one. This monster is a pain in the butt because it can blind you, and I always have trouble trying to figure out where it can blind you from. But it turns out it's only in front of that, and you can sort of see where it blinds because it illuminates sort of a arc area. Other than that, I don't know. This monster wasn't too hard. It's sort of like that other raptor thing. But yeah, I just want to do it this way. It works much better. And by the way, it's not a 20-minute video anymore. So, there you go. And now, watch me wreck this thing. It just gets stuck in this jelly. In this liquid thing. And it's stuck there. And as you can see, I got the red little glow thing with the longsword. Because it gets stuck there again in like 2 more seconds. Here it goes. It got stuck again. And it actually gets stuck a 3rd time because it was stupid and it walked away from this area. Then it just walked back to this area and I got stuck again. As you maybe will be able to see, it walks away and I get it to come back and I just get stuck in the thing again. So, yeah, this monster is not... Yeah, see, it's stuck. And then it's out. Pretty much, you could tell by that it's dead. There really was no... And it gets stuck again. So, yeah, this monster is like one of the easiest monsters. The only problem you're gonna have is that blinding effect. And I did find a big monster, but that doesn't matter. You'll see that whenever I do that in a video. But yeah, I don't know. This monster is just so easy. And that's why I don't want to make it its own 20-minute video where I just talk over it being like, hey, I just beat the shit out of this monster. You can see that it doesn't need to be this long. So yeah, there you go. Killed it. And I didn't really get anything good from it. And as you're going to see that I really didn't get anything. But the main thing I'm trying to get is the Rathian greaves. Because those take a plate. I'm trying to get the plates, which are the hardest part because they only have a 5% chance, a 3% chance, a 1% chance, depending on however you do with the monster. So most of this video is just me fighting a Rathian. In this quest, I don't even get it. I get one from the next quest after this. But I'm leaving this in to show how capturing works. So if you don't know, you need to take at least 1 trap, which normally would be a shock trap because that's the easiest to make. And also because it doesn't really... Most monsters will be trapped in a shock trap. If it's a really big monster, then you need a pitfall trap. But you really don't need it. And you're also going to need trank bombs, which I kind of really hate how they work, but that's okay. You normally only need 2, but you should take more just in case you miss. I would normally say like 5. 5 works just fine. You really don't need any more. So now I'm just going to use Gun Lance. Gun Lance makes fighting Rathians really easy. Then again, you can use whatever weapon you want. In fact, I use many different weapons, but Gun Lance, I use it because this is my only electric weapon, or thunder, or lightning. And that's because the Rathian is weak to thunder and dragon the most. Mostly dragon, but it's too early in the game to get dragon weapons, so thunder weapons are the next best. And yeah, it's kind of boring. I mean, yeah, found it. Ooh. You just gotta focus the tail. If anything, all you need to do is just focus its parts. As I'm going to show you all the rates for all this later on. For plates, you just gotta break most of the parts, and you'll get it. And that's the one reason I like Gun Lance, is because I like doing that stab with the little shell that sticks in, and normally if you hit it and you hit that shell, it will blow up on the monster and does pretty good damage. It's normally not too difficult of a monster, especially if you've fought many Rathians, and with other games, with other Monster Hunter games where a plate would normally be a 1% chance if you capture it, you'd have to fight like 10 or 15 Rathians until you got the plate. And I'm talking about low rank still. High rank, you actually get a better chance of getting a plate, but it's still stupid. I mean, really. But this game does it better, where they at least make it easier for you if you want to get a plate. Also, if you see the music on the bottom, the little text with the name, all that is the name of the monster, it's the theme for the music, and then it has what game that monster originally appeared in for the US or the English versions of the game. So this is a special arena quest, as you can see. Really though, it's not that big of a difference. I mean, the only thing that's different is you don't have to run anywhere to find the Rathian. I mean, you just have to go to this area, fight the Rathian, and you'll get your rewards. There's no difference, which is good, because old arena quests used to be, hey, you fight the monster and you don't even get any of the monster's parts. You only get like rations, potions, blue mushrooms, honey, all that dumb stuff that's not really useful. You don't even get the monster parts. But now they made it so you do get the monster parts, which really makes it better, but I don't know, it's a good little way to hunt the monster. It's not too terrible, but then again, it's more difficult because you can't really hide from the monster if you need a heal or sharpen your weapon. But you have a lot more things at your disposal, so you can use ballistas, cannons, and there's a boulder trap that you can use just to get free hits. But anyways, here I will get the tail from, I will cut the tail and I'll get the plate. There it is. A plate is normally a 5% chance from the tail, as you can see on there, and I get 2 from tails. Normally it would be really easy to get it in that yellow special reward box from investigations. Those are the only ways you can get silver and gold rewards. And there's the other one that I get a plate from a tail. And there I get another plate. So if you're counting, that means I got at least how many plates? How many plates do I have? Oh, that's right. I have like 6. Because that was another Rathian. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a good thing that they made it a lot easier to get plates, but I really don't need them. I need the spikes. The whole reason I showed those was I need the thing that is easier to get from a tail, which would normally be the spike, which you have like a 95% chance at getting the spike from the tail. Because I think they got rid of scales as a chance from tails. But I need the spikes so that way I can make the charge blade. Anyways, yeah. I don't know, I like fighting in the arena. The arena is a lot better than it normally is. The way I kill it is if you look to the side, there'll be a blue thing that says Dragonator. The Dragonator is 2 spears that come out, which you're going to see here shortly. But it says Dragonator ready to use. And you just use the lever, and it gets fucked. Because if you look at the damage numbers, it's like 298. So it literally just gets fucked. But yeah, I only need the spikes, which I could get from carving it. But I don't get it. I get plates. I don't need plates. Really though, I don't know. It just kind of makes me mad. I just want the charge blade. That's all I want. And I was just making sure I carved the tail, because that's normally the one thing you want to make sure you do. Because most of the time you should not carve it while you're fighting the monster. That's a bad idea. You should do it while either the monster flees or when you kill it, if you're still in the same area. Oh yeah, and also hunting Rathians really works good with the armor that I was using, which is still my old armor, the Pukey. Because I get poison resistance. Because that tail move where it does a spin, it can poison you unless you cut off the tail. Because if you cut off the tail, sometimes it will poison you, sometimes it won't. But if you have poison resistant armor, you won't get poisoned. And as you can tell through all those fighting Rathians and me showing you how many plates I got, you can obviously tell that I made the armor. Because everything else didn't need a plate. And that's really going to do it for this. If you really want to see, here's going to be the skill information if you really want to. I mean, you just get health boost. That's pretty much the good one, and recovery up. So, yeah, thanks. I really like making these videos. So now I'm going to die. Thanks, everyone.